It's been almost a year since the last time we were on the Zero. I guess we're back. So, Eli and I never finished this. And I've since moved, so Eli and I can't finish it. But I'm gonna. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside. I guess. I'm gonna stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. Can we look for lizards? Okay, we'll make it quick. Or we can look for... Oh, whoa. That's a lot of stuff to look at. Okay. Headstone. God, I forgot how pretty this game was. An epitaph is engraved on the headstone grave marker. Chris de Carteret. Generous disposition will be missed. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. Fuck. What? HT8191-T. Fill date June 29th. Notes of Almond. Epitaph is engraved on the grave marker. Phil Morton and Jonathan Paler, we think you two would really have liked each other. Below the inscription, a notice written in white chalk. HT8192-B. Fill date July 24th. Weird finish. What is... I honestly don't remember because I haven't touched this game in a year, so what's happening? Epitaph is engraved on the gravestone marker. Rich Bailey always had a far-off look, probably still does. Well, the inscription notes written in white chalk. Numbers, fill date August 1st. Aftertaste of rainwater. Are they talking... I don't know. Epitaph is written... Sam Anderson or Anders Hartzman. Note is written in white chalk. September 8th. Sweet and fungal. Eric Pidkamini would have wanted it this way. 9th. Maple and turpentine. Alright, Ezra. These are weird. But no weirder than what I remember this game being. Johnny Scott Times should have said something. November 1st. Sense of foreboding. Okay, now we're getting away from tastes. Unknown seemed reasonable. Easy on the nose. All that's left is talk to Junebug. Finding the lizards? One, but it went under a rock. Wasn't really looking. Nice cover story, kid. Why do you dress like a punk? Do you have a family? Is that guy your boyfriend? Nah, what's a boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. See? It means something. That's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid your age would be in bed. You just gotta make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about half a foot shorter and all gray, no eyes. They were gonna have us cleaning out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all the rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over, and knew we weren't miners. We slipped out onto the road. These two featureless shadows, and ever since that night, we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. Feel more like myself every day. I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. Well, there. Now you're getting specific. And they're back. There you are. What'd you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right. Okay. We got what we need. Let's go. I'm... confused. And we're on scene 10 of Act 3. Hall of the Mountain King. Act 4... Act 4 should be coming soon. They tweeted a while ago that it's coming. Andrew, let's see. Man wearing large glasses inspecting the ceiling. Amy. A woman in tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Okay, you don't want to talk either. Donald, what's up? Singing softly. Trace an orbit around the road and close your eyes with holy dread, for we on mold and whiskey fed that drank from the rivers down below. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? They say you need to type in a specific phrase to restore it. They say you need to unplug it for a while. They say you need to scrape the mold off the timing crystals. Sure. But the mold, of course, too much mold on the timing crystals will send the simulation adrift, each moment lived out of sync. By all means, yes, cleaning the timing crystals. Alright, let's go to XANADU. From what I remember, XANADU was a really cool computer. God, this game is gorgeous. It's beautiful and so simple. There's no texturing, there's no... It's a lot like the aesthetic that was in Grow Home, but, well, darker. Alright, let's fix XANADU. Do you see anything that looks like a timing crystal? Yeah, right there behind the control panel. It's filthy. Right, we're supposed to scrape off this black moldy stuff. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. I should have watched the last episode, so I would have known what to do. But I'm not sure. Scene 11 of Act 3. Sheesh. XANADU. You are standing at the end of the road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Check out the building. Inside the building. You're inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There is a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. Get the lantern. I know you don't want to, Ezra, but we might need a lantern when we're, in the forest. Exit building. Enter forest. It's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. Type north. God, this game is so weird and cool. You are in an open forest, with a deep valley to one side. Head back south to that building. Can we climb a tree? Typing climb tree? I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Sorry. Head back south. Can we dig a hole? If you can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in a forest. Hey, it's a maze. South, east, north, west. East. You're in the forest. Lula is here. Smoldering replacement parts and a small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Ask Lula how she's doing. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. South, east, north, west. Let's go west. You're in forest. Joseph, wait, what? Joseph's here tapping a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. Small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Listen. Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on from right to left. Long, weary song, dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. Huh. I'm noting down the sounds of the forest, with an ear for speech, an inbound filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punch cards. South, east, northwest. Let's go south. That's new. At the edge of a hole. Well, that seems like something we should go down. Didn't this all start off with me having to go deliver a thing? It was the last job for an antique shop. You're at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The zero's weird. Computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Go down the hole, it seems pretty obviously. Shine a lamp in the hole. Your lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. Lamp only reaches a few yards down the hole. The rock is covered in slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Try using the rope. Tie rope to tree. Rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Your feet slip a few times in slimy rocks, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. Oh. Bed quilt, huh? This game had the bears. I'm remembering things. You're in bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Say something back to her, set up cue. You make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive. What's the gear they're carrying? Ask Lulu about gear. Sure, Donald. We may as well take inventory. Got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice, so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and the punched cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the the paper tape reader. You've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up? Ask her about the cave. Having second thoughts? I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustics. Earlier as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment. Or, not voices themselves, but the echoes of voices, singing, some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. Glad I'm not down here alone. Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous. Hey, Donald, can you help me, wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. An unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. Maybe if we help Lula. Help Lula. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember which color lead goes to which pin. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean? Maybe some pretty old pottery shards? From the world as young and early men and women huddled in these caves to... Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. We might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint and we say, there was a point of contact here where a body touched the earth and maybe there's a little bit of an evidential garbage, but the life who owned the body never cared and has moved on anyway. That's the end of it. But suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls and I see a crude painting, thousands of years old. Two men and women, charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on the rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment. A worry, maybe a regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting. This dangling copy with no original. You're interrupted by an ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. Oh, cool. Now we're in the tunnels. Great. Just what we should definitely do in this creepy-ass cave. This is bad. You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. That got kind of intense back there. No wonder they're still thinking about it. The tunnel narrows, and soon you'll find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged, crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some sort of piercing, some slower and groaning as if damped by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. Whoa. You are in a large, irregular chamber. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. That's... okay. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally. Let's listen to what he says. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life, and the crackling voice blurts something unintelligible, and slows to a deep garble. He looks at his companions in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Follow Lula. Run north. Lula's headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually you find yourself cornered. You've hit a dead end. Who are they? You reassure Lula that the strangers are harmless. Are you sure? Maybe you're right. It sounded like they've gone back to work. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact. Then we'll find our way back to the equipment. So we need to go back south. Oh, okay. We're back in Bedquilt. You're in Bedquilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Lula's here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? She seems pretty scared. Reassure Lula. I know, but never mind. I don't want to think about it. I guess we should wait for Joseph here. This is where he'll go, right? May as well wait. Time passes. Lula nervously runs her hand along a vein in the cave wall. I guess we could wait for another hour or so. Wait for an hour. Time passes. A shifting, fluttering sound grows louder from one of the tunnels. What's that, Joseph? 5 disoriented bats stumble through your lantern light and off into an adjacent passage. Let's wait one more time and then we'll go search. Wait for a day. Time passes. Hey, I found some water running clear down this tunnel here. I think we're okay on food for now, if you don't mind subsisting on jerky. Joseph packed a lot of jerky. Try to start a fire, I guess. I don't know. Keep waiting? She seems to want to wait. A month? Yeah. Wait for a month. Time passes. You begin to measure days and nights by the life and death of the fire. Do you know how these caves and tunnels got here? Erosion. You apply a process long enough and eventually a new place results. I'd like to make my own places, I think. My own caves. Lula withdraws into her sketchbook for several days, or maybe longer. How long will it let us wait here? Like, what's the maximum time? Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Joseph is here. He's either just arrived or been standing there for some period of time. That damn sound, those damn voices, I don't even know what direction I was running. I moved through the network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the walls, always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there, lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero. And I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work, to church, but has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lula looks down at her feet. What's up with Lula? Nothing. Just, Joseph, you sound disturbed. Lula, you've heard the same damn stories I have. It doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with all of it. Get him back on track. We're so close. Divert Joseph's attention. Shout something at Joseph about the project you were working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves. What about those men? You know they'll come back. Tell them we can find somewhere to start a fire. You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Jeff's right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the service. I'm taking my station wagon and heading down the Zero. I think we need her to stay. Ask Lula to stay. And plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail. Then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. Well, shit. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like a beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece. Comb the underground passages for a new site in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Vain. Vanity. Ain't it the truth? My Aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter, mostly nudes in oil. She had this model, I'll never forget him. Big, classically physical guy, looked like he was about to storm Troy. Made everyone call him the Colonel. When Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot, you couldn't help it. He's always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room, while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. The Colonel had magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down just the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening he was standing next to an open window in the back of the house. The sun was setting, early spring I think. It's kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it, like half in front, half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across his chest in this very specific way. But it itched him or something, and he'd do this weird, indignant shuffle thing, or wind from the open window would push it around. Or he'd start to turn his neck, and Weaver and I ran by, and everything would get tangled again. Final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is, I don't remember his face now, just a black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. Okay. Back to the Hall of the Mountain King. So that's where we are. The simulation of where we are on the zero. If we're even on the zero. For what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you set up your equipment and establish your legacy. I can control it. Now it's time to continue your work. Research assistance, 0. Realism index, 37%. Romance index, 2%. Mold coverage, 0%. You might hire a research assistant, assign assistants to task, or sleep until tomorrow. Oh fuck, we have to do a sim now? Hire a new research assistant. Letting Java advertise to use in university message boards. I've hired Marianne, who studies fine art. Assigned to a task. You may assign research assistants to debugging, transcription, or speculation. Fine art, speculate. Transcription. Assigning available research assistant to transcription. Hire a new one. Typing hire. Okay. No new applicants. Try again later. Okay. So, sleep. Marianne carefully transcribes the sounds of dripping water and all their variations over a period of several hours. Now's the time to continue your work. Research assistance 1. Realism index 47%. Okay, so we have to hit... Oh. So we have to get that to 100% before the mold coverage reaches 100. Hire a new one. Greg studies architecture. Let's do debugging for Greg. And speculation. Sleep. Marianne widens tunnels slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Greg muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Greasy black molds collecting on the computer equipment. Now it's time to continue your work. Research assistance 2. Realism index 52%. 22 romance. Okay. Might hire a new research assistant, yes. Okay, mathematics. Cool. Okay, assign. So it's probably going to go in order of when I hired them. So let's go with transcription. Debugging. And then we'll put the last one on speculation. Can we hire another one? Sleep. Marianne makes adjustments to echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings and clustering like horrible leathery tumbleweeds. Weaver types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Greg makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. Intruders. Strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. Head behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place, hours later. Now it's time to continue your work. Not convinced that this is getting us any closer to the zero. So we're not even on the zero anymore, I forgot about that. Realism index dropped. But the romance is up. Mold is at 0. Okay. Rick studies library sciences. Okay. I'm going to put everyone on one thing. I'm going to put everyone on transcription. Rick extensively notates tunnel diameter as a function of length. Greg summarizes the migratory patterns of bats through the tunnels. Weaver transcribes experiences. Marianne transcribes experiences. Weaver follows the strangers in the tunnel. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Oh, lovely. Now's the time to continue your work. We have 3 research assistants. 86% realism, 52% index, 10% mold. Well, let's go with... two on transcription and 1 on debugging? I'm not honestly sure. Hired Andrew to study statistics. Well, I mean... perfect for speculation. Okay. Greg fixes some weird math with some weirder math. Marianne transcribes experiences. Transcribed experiences. Posits that nature, not reason, is the master of industry. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now is the time to continue your work. Hey, we got 100% realism. I guess let's try this again. I think the game is trying to tell me I fucked up. I want to keep playing. Okay, sure, we can keep playing. Hire somebody new. We need romance. Uploading job advertisements to university boards. You've hired Amy, who studies human-computer interaction. Time passes. Andrew identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation, but is unable to fix it. Greg transcribed experiences. Discards centuries of exhaustive data on the uniformity of cause and effect. Rick had ideas. Mail carrier on a bicycle brings you a sizable bill from the power company. Now is the time to continue your work. We have 5 assistants. We dropped realism. But our romance is up higher. Alright, let's quit. I didn't mean to select that. Quit. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes, that was a rhetorical question. Exit. But you aren't in anything at the moment. Okay, maybe we have to lose or die and restart. Smash the computer. Violence isn't the answer to this one. Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Research assistants come and go. Oh, there we go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass, mold accumulates, and you and the remaining research assistants take the burning, disused equipment to the center of the room. Black mold is intensively flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves us behind a sweet narcotic perfume. One night you have visitors, outsiders, different ones. Then later that night an old friend. You really did go deep into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh. So Lula came back. Lula came back from the zero. Scene 12. There we go. Okay.